I want to start by saying Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahabashai, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakatha Yahabashai, Kahala Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahabashai, Kahala Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahabashai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this doctrine in truth and sincerity. Shalom to the elect. The Heavenly Father's name is Yahweh, which means He is or He exists. Ba'ashem, in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. We know His name to be Yahabashai, which means He is the deliverer, He is the Savior for the Hebrew Israelites from the pedigree of your father. Ba'ashem, in the name of the Rakakwadash, which means the Holy Spirit, that's able to give us the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of who we are, which are the true Hebrew Israelites. For so-called Negro, so-called Latino, so-called Native American, and of the speckled bird, looking like the other nations, and your spirit bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahabashai, then you could be one of the elect. Shalom. We've been discontinued from our heritage because we fell off following after false gods and false idols, not following the law, statutes, commandments that was given to us by our forefathers. And because of those offenses, we were sent into captivity. But through our Lord Yahabashai HaMashiach being that perfect sacrifice in the flesh to the Heavenly Father, He's been given all power to be able to sit on the right-hand side of the Heavenly Father Yahweh, to be able to open the seals of the Holy Scriptures, to be able to give the understanding to the very elect, the ones that would be quickened with the understanding and the spirit of prophecy, which is the spirit of our Lord Yahabashai in the second coming, that the Lord will come down with great wrath upon Babylon the Great, upon the wicked, okay, and He would use Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, to bring forth His judgment, okay, through what the building of the missiles, okay, through bringing forth the iniquity on the people, okay, but He would purify the elect through this word, okay, through this truth, okay, and they would be speaking the truth, whether people would hear or forbear. Okay, so I want to start right here. This is an article from activistpost.com. It says, Kissinger's final warning, prepare now for the superhuman power to control the earth. Okay, so Henry Kissinger was basically a puppet that was used by the elites to be able to push agenda, to push propaganda. He was basically the guy that he would go into these different countries and tell them what's about to happen. And if they didn't conform to basically the policy that the elites, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Oppenheimers, the DuPonts, the Warburgs, the Schiffs, okay, the wicked, Esau, Edom, that was the agenda that they were pushing. Then basically they would either, buy them out, form a coup, or come in with their military, okay, or their economic hitmen, okay. So in that, he's in the spirit world, waiting to be in hardcore slavery, okay. But he has, I believe he has his son, that's out there that he gave over the reins. But he also had a book, okay, that was going into artificial intelligence, okay. And basically he told these people, to finish the book, okay. And the book was called Genesis, which Genesis goes back, which means the beginning, okay, which is, in the Holy Scriptures. So this is their Genesis as far as their great reset, okay, their New World Order, the Nova Soda Secorium, okay. And they are, appointing themselves as they are gods when they're just mortal humans, okay, because the Lord controls both good and evil, okay, and you have what the physical counterpart, the spiritual demon of Satan, which is what Esau, Edom, and he would push forth these pseudoscience. He would push forth the right hand of falsehood, okay, to deceive the people, but the elect would be able to have this knowledge, wisdom, understanding that would keep them stable. They would understand what these wicked devices are all about, okay. Yeah, it was called it says the Genesis of modern globalization. Okay, so modern globalization, which is basically a term of what? New World Order, Nova Soda Secorium. Okay, so we're in the point of what the beginning stages of the fourth industrial revolution. Okay, where everything is going digital. Okay, the fiat currency, the dollar that folds, is going away. Okay, everything is going into a form of a central banking digital currency, which ultimately that central banking digital currency would be controlled by the blockchain, which will be controlled through what people having the mark inside their hand or their foreheads, okay, and they're openly speaking about it in this article, as far as the brain interface, okay, and things like that. So I just want to get right to the point. I'll leave this link in, the article in the description box, right? But I want to get down to the part where it's speaking about, so artificial humans, which is what, okay, humans. Transhumanism, where man merging man into robot, which goes right into Revelation 13 and 16. Okay, so right here. Biological engineering efforts designed for a tighter human fusion with machines are already underway, they add. Yeah, they're already underway, okay, because they've been doing testing, but now they just barely, been opening up about it, far as things have been revealed. Far as you have Elon Musk with the Neuralink, which neural goes into sinew, okay, so they want to link you, uh, you know, um, with that device into what their system, okay, which is what they're basically their information, your biometrics will be linked into their system where they can be able to, basically turn off your lights or turn on your lights, okay, going on what you say or what you do, okay, linking you into their system, which is part of their the pushing of, the image, okay, their image, their enchantments, their sorcery, okay, and then the people that are enchanted, they're ultimately going to take that physical mark, okay, inside the hand or the forehead, right? Which it speaks about right here. It says current efforts to integrate, okay, integrate humans. Let's just look up the word integrate. And again, there's no running from this. There's no running from prophecy, period. Okay, but now it's actually here. Okay, you have. I also wanted to go into. I was watching Elder Yashwamba's video, okay, going into Dr. Oz and how on the Dr. Oz show they were speaking about the RFID chip, in the hand. Okay, then you have Elon Musk, which he's doing the brain implant. Okay, and what did Trump do? And we believe Trump to be Nero. Okay, Nero what blamed the Israelites for the fires and things like that when he was the one that did it. Okay, then you have what Dr. Oz with the chip in the hand. Okay, Elon Musk with the brain chip. Okay, and then he's put them into office, right? And we are in the revival of the Roman Empire. Okay, America spearheads the charge, and when NATO was joined unto it. This is the revival of the Roman Empire. Okay, that where that deadly wound has been healed. Okay, which ultimately now they're on their last leg, far as they're being exposed for all their wickedness and their devices. Okay, so integrate, combine one thing with another so that they can become whole. Okay, so to combine what a regular everyday human into what being a human, or it's like it being a robot. Okay, transhumanism, okay, which is Revelation 13 and 16. The mark, he calls it all, both small, great, rich, and poor, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. Okay, and that mark is something physical embedded inside the hand or the forehead. They want to combine, integrate. Okay, what does it say in 2? Bring people or groups with particular characteristics or needs. Yeah, because the only people that are going to be in their type of society is the people that bow down to their system. Those that don't bow down to their system are going to be in these detention centers. They're already speaking about the detention centers, okay, or they're already being set up. Okay, they're saying they're for the mass, deportation of the immigrants, okay, that they let in, okay, but that's part of it, okay, because a lot of them are gonna take the C hit. Why? Because they don't really understand what's going on, and really the whole world doesn't understand what's going on. Only the hopeful elect understand the true prophecies. Okay, let me get a scripture, because we're not supposed to seal up the the scriptures. Okay, we're supposed to speak it via the internet, the highways and the byways. Okay, not hide it in a book. Okay, like some camps are doing. They see all these things that are going on. Okay, because now it's become basically mainstream news. Okay, and mainstream news is basically Instagram, Twitter, okay, these different platforms where people are exposing these devils. That's why they want to bring forth legislation on misinformation and disinformation, okay, when it's actually just the truth, exposing what they're doing. Okay, Revelation 22 and 10, and he said it to me, seal not the sayings of prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand. Yeah, the time is at hand when all these prophecies shall be fulfilled. Okay, John the Revelator. Okay, revelation means apocalypse. Okay, which means to be revealed. Okay, everything's being revealed at the end. Okay, at the end it shall speak and not lie. Right, it's not tearing. Okay, Elon Musk. Right, brain implant. Dr. Oz. Okay, speaking about the chip in the hand. Right, these things are the UK passed a bill. Okay, Executive Order 42067 from Pedo Joe. Okay, the pushing of biometrics. Okay, the pushing of the digital ID. All, I mean, it's everywhere. Okay, it's basically mainstream, and they're basically telling you straight up what's gonna happen. Okay, but you have to have the eyesight to be able to see, and the only people that are not speaking about it are the ones that have been bought and paid for, the ones with the contracts, right? This is Habakkuk 2:2. And also the ones that the Lord that deceived, okay, that closed their eyes from revealing actual the truth, okay, and then also you have on the Joe Rogan show, okay, I did a video, I forgot which guy that was on there, but he was speaking about, they read Revelation 13 and 11 on down to 18, okay, and they were saying, and the guy was basically saying it sounds too similar on what the scriptures say, okay, and these people are not in the truth, okay. And they're speaking, they didn't break it down or anything, but they said buying, selling. I mean, because these are just plain words, okay. So Habakkuk 2:2 in the NLT, it says, "Then the Lord said to me, write my answer plainly on the tablet, so that the runner can carry the correct message to others." So the tablets, today would be the script, the scriptures, okay, the Holy Bible, okay, and also brothers have tablets, phones, right? So the runner can carry the correct message, and the runners would be the head apostles at Great Millstone, the elders and the bishops, and the men on down that are what prophesying the downfall of this evil wicked kingdom and bringing forth what the message of what salvation for the elect and the destruction for those that don't take heed. Habakkuk 2:3 in the NLT. This vision, which is the judgment, right, is for a future time. It describes the end. It will be fulfilled. If it seems slow in coming, wait patiently for it. It will surely take place. Yeah, wait patiently for it, because the apostles been speaking about the mark of the beast for over 20 years. Okay. And now it's what they were called. They were mocked and they were scoffed. And now you're seeing that a true prophet had been among you. Okay, because it's all is going down. If it seems slow in coming, right, wait patiently for it, for it will surely take place. It will not be delayed. Okay, it will not be delayed. Okay, now it's what the Lord is what making the days shorten for what the elect's sake. Things are speeding up. Habakkuk 2:4. Look at the proud. Okay, who is the proud? Henry Kissinger. He's in the spirit world, but you have what his son, and you have these different elites. They all want the agenda, the same agenda. Look at the proud. They trust to themselves, and their lives are crooked. Okay, because again, they're coming with deception. But the righteous, right, the elect, will live by their faithfulness to our power. So a faithfulness in what? Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay, wealth is treacherous, and arrogant are never at rest. Yeah, the wealth is treacherous because they want a nation full of what? Slaves. Okay, they don't want a nation full of thinkers, exposing what they're doing. They want a nation full of slaves. Okay, and having that mark inside the people makes a person a straight up slave. And if they don't comply, they just turn them off, right? Just like Aaron Russo spoke about to Alex Jones. Okay, Habakkuk 2:5. Wealth is treacherous and arrogant and never at rest. Yeah, so it's never at rest because they're always doing what? Evil. Proverbs 4:16 goes into that. Okay, they never sleep until they have somebody else following their wickedness, their misery. They open their mouths as wide as the grave. Yeah, so they're open their mouth through what? Their legislation. Okay, Revelation 13, it speaks about he speaketh and causeth, right? They open their mouths as wide as the grave, and like death, they are never satisfied. Okay, in their greed, they have gathered up many nations and swallowed up many peoples, and that's what they have done. They gathered up all these different nations, right? 193 different nations to what? Consult on following the MOT to the B. Okay, as far as their digital cooperation. Leave this one, right? So you have the people's voice. Global government is here. UN's pact for the future. Ushers in digital ID. What's that? That's the biometrics. Okay, basically, that's the ultimately it's going to lead to what the Chi Sigma, the actual mark where they scan you, the UPC code or the QR code. Okay, so you have the digital ID. That's what they're rolling out first. Okay, the who control, right? And we know what that is, right? And the blueprint for the tyranny. So this is their blueprint. This is their agenda, right? Let me go down. So through these different polycrisis events, through these different black swan events, they're able to bring forth what? Control on the people. Okay, order out of chaos, or the Hegelian dialectic, which is pressure from below, pressure from above. Okay. I just want to see. Okay, it doesn't really say it on this one, but there's 193 countries, okay, that are involved in this. Okay, all these world leaders have met up to bring forth what mischief on the earth. Okay, so everywhere in an oinking sense, so everywhere where there's commerce, this is going to be what rolled out, as far as a digital ID and what the pact for the future. Let me just look this up real quick. Okay, what is the pact for the future? Commitment to combat racism, racial discrimination. Bear with me. Yeah, right here. This is it. So the Pact for the Future 193 refers to a recent agreement adopted by 193 member states of the United Nations. So all these nations are meeting up on what? One accord to bring forth their digital cooperation, to bring forth their science, right? So adopted by 193 member states of United Nations, outlining a collective vision for addressing global challenges like climate change. Okay, what is climate? Climate change is what? The depopulation of the earth. Also, the carbon emissions. Okay, so when you breathe, they want to be able to charge you for that. Okay, iniquity, conflict with a focus of achieving sustainable development goals, reforming international governance structures. Yeah, so taking away whatever type of legislation that whatever country had, their sovereignty, because that's also part of it too. The IMF, International Mutual Funds, which is another basically a shell company that's pushing the agenda of the elites, which is giving up their sovereignty. Okay, all these nations have given up their sovereignty rights to what basically follow the ways of what the beast system, follow the ways of what the mark of the beast. Okay, essentially it signifies a commitment from all the UN members nations to work together, all the UN nations to work together towards a better future for coming generations. So who would be a better future for? Them, the top, the elites, the ones that are in control, the ones that are investing millions and billions of dollars in what the semiconductors, the lithium, to be able to control the people. Those are the ones that would benefit. The ones on the bottom are going to be the slaves. Okay. Yeah, Global Digital Compact includes specific section addressing responsible development, use of artificial intelligence. So the same thing that Kissinger was speaking about. Okay. Yep. So again, there's what, 8 billion people in the world, 8 billion, 9 billion people in the world. And what do they want to do? They want to depopulate that to 500 million. Okay. How do they do that? By, pushing guns, by pushing, Democrat, Republican, pushing, deletion of, the loved ones, right? Pushing, these different pestilence on the people, right? The pharmakia, right? The pact was adopted at opening. Okay, so again, we get the point, right? So this goes right into what? Psalms 2. Okay, they gathered all nations, right? To what? Follow their agenda. Okay, their sustainable development agenda, which is one of them is what the having the mark inside the people's hand and the forehead. Okay, that goes into what? The facial recognition, right? With the things that they're trying to do at the border. They want to, everybody to be identified with a tag. Okay, in 2005, Pedo Joe spoke to the Senate, okay, about how a microscopic tag could be able to be put inside somebody to be able to see if they're a criminal. Okay, which goes right into another movie, or goes into a movie, George Orwell. Okay, where they had thought police. If you even think something, you could be put in jail. Okay. In George Orwell, there was a quote that he said is, in the time of universal deceit, which we're in that time, telling the truth is a revolutionary act. Okay. And we're in those times where if you're speaking the truth, okay, the truth is ultimately going to be outlawed far as in this wicked society. Okay. And that truth is going to be with the elect. Okay, meaning that they're going to be able to be safe, even through being martyrs for the truth, being beheaded for the truth, because we understand what we're involved in. Okay, like brother's been doing videos about that. Understand what you're involved in. It's about to get ugly out here, and if you don't have Yahweh Shema Rashai, okay, you're gonna end up, being desolate. Okay, being in a perplexity. Okay, because it speaks about through much tribulation we shall enter the kingdom. So if the elect have to go through tribulation, how much more the everyday person that rejected the Lord? Okay. Psalms 2:1. Why did the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? So those heathen raging is starting with Esau, Edom, the so-called white men. How are they raging? Because they're cutting off the food supply. They're telling the farmers to not farm. Okay, they're bringing forth these cult of personalities, these Democrat and these Republicans to what have division, have the people fighting in the streets over nothing, because of your vote don't mean shit. They already have it set up who's going to be there, who's not going to be there, because ultimately they want to be draconian. Okay, why did the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? That vain thing is what the New World Order. So in that rage, they're causing these different commotions, through the different psyops that they push on the people. Okay. 2, the kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together against Yahweh as against this anointed, saying, okay, right? Aren't these the kings of the earth would be these different, prime ministers, these presidents, these different leaders of these different countries, okay, that are meeting together, that met up in that, that UN pact for the future, 193 countries. Okay, those are all the leaders of their respective, geopolitical society. Okay, but they're all what under one, okay, under Esau Edom and his agenda, okay, which is his New World Order, and to have everyone have a mark inside their hand or their forehead. Okay, let's read this again. The kings of the earth set themselves and rulers take counsel together. They took counsel together. Okay, Russia was over there, America was over there, Israel was over there, Iran is over there. They're supposed to be beefing, right? But why are they in the same room as far as the leaders? Speaking about the same thing, which is going right into the mark of the beast. The kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together against Yahweh, against his anointed, saying, let us break these bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. And that's what they're trying to do, is what break the bands that we have as far as our connection with Yahweh Shema Rashai by offering us something in vain, which is that mark. Okay, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. Okay, and he that sitteth in heaven shall laugh, the Lord Yahweh Shai shall have them in derision. Yeah, because they're going to be in the straight. They're not going to be able to get the ones that they wanted, which is the elect. Okay, and they're only going to be able to get the ones that the Lord doesn't want. And ultimately, when they roll out that MOT to the B, which would be the hour of temptation, the sixth trouble, okay, that's when the Lord's going to save his elect, and then what those missiles are going to be firing upon Babylon the Great, and those that took the MOT to the B, they're going to have no rest day nor night, and they'll have an ulcer or cancer, and then what the missiles also flying upon their head. Okay, but those that did not bow down to the beast, they're going to be beamed up in the chariots, looking down, looking down at the destruction of those that took it. And that's the point that we're at. It's only going to get worse. Ecclesiastes 12. Okay, but brothers are rejoicing. Why? Because you have men that have been teaching for over 20. Again, the apostles have been teaching for over 40 years, and speaking about the Sihib for over probably 30 or 20 years. Okay, being mocked and scoffed, and now what is here, right? Going back to this Kissinger, right? Current efforts to integrate humans, so mingle you in with what their digital things. Okay, current efforts to integrate humans with machine include brain-computer interface. Yeah, brain-computer interface. What's a brain-computer interface? I believe I have it right here. Okay, this right here. Okay, what a chip inside in your head, a brain implant. Revelation 13 and 16. Okay, that word forehead goes into the face, right? Meta. That's why you have metaverse. That's you have pay with your palm, pay with your face. Okay, what is Elon Musk speaking about? Neuralink, brain implant. See, same thing. Okay, all these guys are in the same room. Okay, what Elon Musk, I believe, was a young global leader. Okay, so they're all in Kissinger. I believe he taught Carl Schwab, or they were in the same rooms. I believe he taught them, just how to be a devil. Okay. So include brain-computer interface, a technology that the U.S. military identified last year as the utmost importance. Yeah, so the U.S. military, okay, because they've already been training soldiers. You have certain movies with these super soldiers, Captain America, okay, Winter Soldier, okay, it's in the movies, right? What's another one? The movie with Vin Diesel, Red something or whatever. You had the movie Gemini, okay, with Will Smith, where basically he was a soldier and then they made a clone, of him, okay. The movie with Jamie Foxx was another one that's on Netflix. Okay, so these certain movies, they're depicting what is actually going on. Demolition Man, okay, in the '90s, back in the '90s with Sylvester Stallone, okay, and what was that? Wesley Snipes. And what does Sylvester Stallone just say about Trump? He's the next Abraham Lincoln, or he's the whatever. Okay, he's in the mix of all this BS. Okay, but he was in that movie Demolition Man where they were saying that he had a sea hip inside of him. Okay, and then what the lady Sandra Bullock, she was like, because he went to go hug her or something like that. She was like, or he went to go give the guy dap, I think it was, and he was like, no, don't touch me. That happened in 2020 where people weren't supposed to touch each other, where if you were caught cussing, they would give you a ticket. Okay, this is the type of society that they're trying to bring through. Okay, all right, Slakia. So with a machine include brain computer interfaces, right? So we see what that is. That's a brain implant, a technology that the U.S. military identified last year as of the utmost importance, such as interfaces allow for a direct link between the brain's electrical signals and device that processes them to accomplish a given task, such as controlling a battleship. So in this case, controlling what the person that has what the MOTB inside of them. They can either shut you on or shut you off, or give you access or deny access, right? So the authors also raise the prospect of society that chooses to create a genetic line of people specifically designed to work better with forthcoming AI tools. Okay, because you have a thing called what is that called? I know it's with Gates. His dad started it. Basically, they want to select who can be able to live and who can be able to die. Okay, so in that selection, they're going to be deleting a lot of people that don't comply to their mandates or don't link up to what they're genetically engineering. Okay, which is all going into the MOT to the B, right? And this is also showing you that this is the devil. Okay, the human race to split into multiple lines, some infinity more powerful. So again, this is their pseudoscience, right? This is the work of the devil. Let's go to this, 2 Thessalonians. Okay, and the point of that was the brain interface. Okay, what they're speaking about, the brain implant. Okay, which is going into what? Prophecy, the mark of the beast. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall come, except there come a falling away first, that the man of sin be revealed in the son of perdition. So that happened in where we fell. Okay. King David, King David, Solomon, we were put down, right? 70 AD, we fell away. Okay. So we fell away. So ultimately, so we can be able to learn wickedness to be able to appreciate what righteousness. Okay, so that meant, because at that time they thought that because when you go to Luke 21, it basically goes into what happened to us. Okay, cannibalism and all these certain things. Okay, we were brought down, right? And that the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. So the son of perdition, which is what Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Okay, he's being revealed that he is the wicked. Okay, and people are beginning to rebel against his ways. Okay, and through the internet, this devil is being exposed on every which way. Luke 12 and 2, right? Who oppose and exalt himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he is thy power, sit in the temple of our power, showing himself that he is the Most High. Okay, so that's what he's doing. And what is your temple? Your temple is your body. First, he's coming with these different enchantments. Okay, the different sorcery. Okay, saying that he is a god when he's just a mortal man. So he wants to enter inside with your temple first with his philosophies, and then those that bow down to his philosophies are going to take the physical that physical mark inside their hand or their forehead. This is because we are the temple of the Lord, and we were bought with a price. Okay, so when you follow the ways of this world, okay, you're actually defiling your temple. Okay, you're dishonoring your temple, which is your body, by following false philosophies. 1 Corinthians 3:16, it says, Don't you realize that all you together are the temple of our power, that the spirit of our power lives in you? Our power will destroy anyone who destroys this temple. For our power's temple is holy, and you are the temple. So we are the temple. And we're supposed to abide in the truth. Okay, but you have men that are not abiding in the truth. What are they doing? They are following the ways of this world. They're not being renewed and transformed back to Yahweh Shema Shai. They are actually remaining in the ways of the world. John 14:17, even the spirit of truth whom the world cannot receive, because it seeth him not, neither knoweth him, but you know him, for he dwelt with you, and you shall be in you. Yeah, so the Lord is inside of us. So when you're following the ways of the world, you're saying the mark of the beast is sin. Okay, you are of the world. Okay, you either been blinded or bought and paid for. Okay, you are not dwelling with the Lord. Okay, because you don't have the spirit. Okay, and you don't have the truth, because the truth is that the mark of the beast is going to be rolled out very shortly. Okay, and it is something physical embedded inside their hand or their forehead. Let's read this again. 2 Thessalonians 2:4, who oppose and exalt himself above all that is called thy power, or that is worship, right? Because people worship the so-called white man, and they worship his money. They worship his opinion. Okay, that's why they put Dr. Oz in there. Because people were watching that show. Oprah pushed that nigga, to be in the forefront as a doctor. Then he got caught up in some stuff of giving things that weren't good, but now he's on the scene again. Okay, again, cult of personalities. Okay, and people were watching that religiously, following everything that guy said. Okay, so now he's in office. That's why they're putting a bunch of faces that people know. Okay, that people like, so they can, have the people moved by their enchantments. A lot of heavy sorcery. Who oppose and exalt himself above all that is our power, or that is worship, that he is thy power, sit in the temple of our power, showing himself that he is the Most High. Okay, skipping down. 8, and then the wicked will be revealed, whom the Lord Yahweh Shai shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. So the spirit of the Lord's mouth is the prophets, the men of the Lord that would be speaking this truth. Okay, they wouldn't be holding back, or they wouldn't be bought and paid for. Okay, they would just be speaking the truth, and they would be hated for it. Zechariah 8:16, these are the things that you shall do. Speak every man the truth to his neighbor. Execute the judgment of truth and peace in your gates. Yeah, because people don't want to hear that that Esau Edom is going to be taking you out of your house and ravaging your women and taking you to these FEMA camps, and there's going to be a great spoiling of goods. They don't want to hear that. They want to hear Isaiah 30, nice, smooth things. We're here to help you. Everything's okay, and it's not. Okay, because what are they saying right now? Peace is safety. Meanwhile, sudden destruction come upon thee suddenly. Okay, 1 Thessalonians 5:3, roughly paraphrasing, right? So we're not supposed to hold back the truth. Far as the Holy Scriptures, we're supposed to tell it exactly how it is, not add to it or take away. And let none of you imagine eating. That's what IUIC is guilty of. Okay, they're taking away from the Scriptures by saying it's sin, when it's actually far as the mark, it's actually something physical inside the hand or the forehead. And let none of you imagine evil in your hearts against thy neighbor, and love no false oath. For all these things that I hate, O Yahweh. Yeah, so the Lord hates a false oath, and that's what the different congregations that are not teaching the mark of the beast, are not teaching the full doctrine. They're holding back the truth, because they are bringing forth a false oath. They're not, because true love is actually speaking the Scriptures. Okay, that's actually love, because you're giving your brother the truth. 2 Thessalonians 2:8, and then the wicked shall be revealed, whom the Lord Yahweh Shai shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Okay, and the Lord's destroying the society with one rough word. Okay, with the words of the prophets, this devil is being exposed on all fronts. He's being made bare. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power, signs, and lying wonders. Okay, that word lying goes into the Greek pseudos, which is in a broad sense not what it seems to be. And Satan means adverse to the Holy Scriptures. Esau, Edom is the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon of Satan. It speaks about in Revelation 16 that these are demonic spirits working miracles. Okay, and one of them is that brain implant, right? And then their power, having money, having prestige, having that, having them fucking suits, right?
Strong's G 1753. Energia. Energia.
Let's go to the root word of this. Working. Okay, active. Okay. Just want to see if it had anything. So Satan. Sente.
Strong's G 4567. Satanas. Satanas.
Okay, the one who...
Thayer's lexicon. Satan. Satan.
Okay, and this is the point right here. A Satan-like man, which is Esau, Edom. He is the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon of Satan. Okay, which is the so-called white man, Esau, Edom. So he would be coming with his lying wonders. His right hand would be the right hand of falsehood. This word pseudos.
Strong's G 5579. Pseudos. Pseudos.
Okay, pseudos, a lie. So it's just a straight up lie. Conscious, intentional falsehood. So when you go to Psalms 144 and about 8, it speaks about the right hand of falsehood. Okay, in a broad sense, whatever is not what it seems to be. So it seems like they want to help, but that's not in their spirit to help you. Okay, because they're only set up to bring forth what? Wrath, and bring forth what? Mischief. Okay, and they can only offer you something carnal. They can't offer you nothing what? Spiritual. Perverse, impious. So impious going into, they're not giving reverence to Yahweh Shema Shai. They're not hallowing that name. They're giving reverence to themselves that they are gods. Okay, and that their science is showing that they are gods. Okay, impious, right? Deceitful precepts. So they're coming with deceitful precepts because at some points they'll use the Bible and say, hey, this is what it is, but it's actually very deceitful because they are not the children. They are not the children of the Bible, far as contending to what to be holy. They are the profane people of the Bible, which is Esau, Edom. So pseudos, a lying. So again, a falsehood, and that's exactly what they're coming with. They're pseudos. Okay. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 9 in the NLT. This man will come to do the work of Satan with counterfeit. Okay, meaning not real, artificial intelligence, not real, with counterfeit power, signs, and miracles. Okay, and that's what he has done with what he was speaking. Let me see. Right, this one right here, Dr. Osh talks about the RFID, right? And brothers, GMS Watchman and Elder Yashawamba brought this up in the video.
Breakthrough. Turns out one of the biggest discoveries is actually this tiny. See how small that is? This little chip may be the next big thing, and it sounds like it's right from a sci-fi movie, but people all over the world are implanting these into their wrists. So I asked my producer, Dean, to find out more about this cutting-edge technology and what it could mean for your health.
Whether it's our smartphones, our watches, our fitness trackers, or our Bluetooth headphones, it's clear that technology is not just...
And right there, that's the gradualism. Whether it's our headphones, whether it's our, they have the Apple Vision now, Metaverse, because I believe this video's, older, because I remember brothers doing videos about it before, right? But now Dr. Oz is in the White House, so it's coming back out. So he said in the wrist, right? What is the wrist? Ultimately going to be in the hand. So this is all just gradualism to what they actually want to do. So when they roll it out, it's just something simple. Okay, people don't even see it if you don't have the eye salve, right?
Just part of our lives, it's running them. It's how we buy things, watch things, how we date, stay safe, even how we travel. Paul? Cool. We're so attracted to our devices that they're basically becoming a part of our bodies. But what if they really could become a part of our bodies? Well, guess what? They can. Meet The RFID microchip. This tiny chip, which can be implanted into your wrist, yes, I did say wrist, uses short-range radio frequency identification, similar to the tech used to track your pets or your phone. Once implanted in your body, it could identify you as you pass through the airport, open the door to your home. It could even be used to buy groceries at the supermarket. Now, your driver's license, passport, keys, and wallet are all inside your body, contained in something the size of a grain of rice.
Okay? So right there. I mean, Revelation 13 and 16, all day. Okay? 2 Thessalonians 2 and 9. And they'll use a guy like Dr. Oz because, he's a doctor means to falsify. Okay? And a lot of these people ain't even doctors. They're just actors. Okay? Right? 2 Thessalonians 2 and 9 in the NLT. This man will come to do the work of Satan. Satan means adverse of the Holy Scriptures. With counterfeit powers and signs and miracles. He will use every kind of evil deception. Dr. Oz, Elon Musk, Gates, right? Trump. He will use every kind of evil deception to fool those on their way to destruction. Convenience. Okay, it's very convenient because it is easier. You just go, okay, this is easier. Okay, but we understand what it is. You don't have to use, you don't have to lose your wallet. You don't need no keys, right? It's easier. Convenience. That's how a lot of people are going to fall for the shit. Convenience. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 10. He will use every kind of evil deception to fool those on the way to destruction, because they refuse to love and accept the truth that would save them. Those are the 2/3. Okay, they rejected the word that could be able to save them. They rejected the wisdom of Yahweh Shema Shai. They rejected the wisdom that the prophets, the apostles were speaking about. Okay, and they trusted in what the devil. Now they got a chip in their hand. Okay, or now they got it in their, in their brain. Right? 11. So our power will cause them to be greatly deceived, and they will believe these lies. They will be condemned for enjoying evil rather than believing the truth. Yeah, so they took it. They enjoyed what? Evil. Evil goes into bad times. Okay, they trusted in the devil. What? Now the judgment. Right? Revelation 13 and 16. He caused all, both small, great, rich, and poor, and free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hands or in their foreheads. Okay, their right hand and their forehead. So they said the wrist. Okay, but again, they're gradually going into it, because I believe that video was an older video. Okay, but the end it shall speak. So causeth, which goes into the Greek poeo, to form into fashion. So they're also doing it through their legislation, because that's why they have Trump in office, so he can pass these draconian measures, executive orders, right? The Greek 4160, poeo, to make, right? They're making this technology. Jake's not making this technology as far as the chips, right? To carry out, to execute. They're forming the legislation, having the uproars in the city, right? Poeo. Okay, the mark is something physical inside the hand and the forehead, like the guy just said what it was. Okay, the mark, the charagma, and they always say, well, this is far out and stuff like that. It's right here. It's here, charagma. Okay, stamp and printed mark. Yeah, the mark, forehead, right hand, badge of followers into Messiah. 1 John 2 and 18. There's many. 1 John 2 and 18. There's many anti-Messiahs. There's many people that are forming their own righteousness. Okay, they have the form of godliness, but they're walking in their own righteousness. You have to walk down the righteousness of Yahweh Shema Shai, which is that straight path. Things carved, something physical. And then the guy showed it on the video. Things carved, sculpture, graven work, adulterous image. So if you take it, you would be an adulterous image. Leviticus 26 and 1. Have no graven images before me. I'm a jealous power, right? That's in the law. Badge of servitude. So if you took it, you would badge of servitude to what? To the New World Order. You would be an NWO citizen, which means you're going to be destroyed. Karax, which is the syringe they use. Okay, the sharpened to a point, a pail or a stake. So if you don't have it inside of you, you're not going to be able to buy and sell. Okay, they're cutting off the market. The stores are going to be closed. Right on that grapho would have your information. Grapho, okay, which is the information. Okay, which is their digital ID, their biometrics. Okay, the biometrics on every single individual, your driver's license, your doctor's records, all these things will be on that C-hip. Okay, in the form of when they scan you, right? It's a QR code, right? 17, and that no man may buy or sell except he had the mark or the number of the beast or the number of his name. Okay, so buy and sell, like the guy said. Let me go back up to this word forehead. Just to show you, this is what the Greek metaverse, right? Meta means the face. Metapon, right? And what does it say right here? The face. That's why IUIC doesn't want to go into these words, because it exposes that their doctrine is false. Okay, the space between the eyes and the forehead. So what are they doing? They have the glasses. Okay, they have the Ray-Ban glasses. I've been seeing commercials about that. Apple Vision. Okay, metaverse, right? So what is meta? You go to the root word of this, meta, in the Greek, 3326, with, after, behind. So what's behind your forehead? Your brain. Okay, right? And again, to those that have the eye salve, this is very clear. Those that don't, they're trying to fight it. That means the Lord's not dealing with you. Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls it all, both small, great, rich, and poor, and free and bond. Wait, slack it. And he calls it all, both small, great, rich, and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hands or in their foreheads. Okay, he calls it all. It doesn't matter if you're rich, or it doesn't matter if you're poor. That no man might buy or sell except he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So that word buy goes into agara. Okay, where you're going to be put on trial. That's why that's why Elon Musk, Oz, linked into what Trump, bringing these orders, right? And it really doesn't matter who's in office, because Pedo Joe is a part of it too, because he brought in the executive order 14067, which is going into the biometrics. So you go to the root word of this, Greek 58, which this is the same word that's in Revelation 12 and 10, that word accuser. Go into that word accuser, it goes into the Greek kategoraris, which goes into the root word agora, which is this right here. Assembly, especially of people. These are all the people that have bought into the digital, spent millions and billions of dollars. The 193 kings and leaders that have met up to what fall the basically reign 1 hour with the beast, as far as their system, their pact for the future, right? For trials, yeah, we put on trial whether you can be able to buy and sell. Okay, and even if you have that doesn't mean that you can get what you want, because again, you're in a society of totalitarianism, okay, or narcissism, which means basically they own everything. You're not going to be able to do what you want. You want to have sex with your wife, you got to ask them first. For buying and selling, for trials, yeah, so simple as that. For buying and selling, you want food, you want water, you want shelter, okay, you want peace, you have to take that mark. Revelation 13:18. Here is wisdom, let him add understanding, count the number of the beast, for the number of a man is number 603. Okay, one little thing I want to show before, because I gotta bounce out, I gotta go to the plantation, but there's one more thing I want to show about that guy Henry Kissinger, okay, and what was his mind state. And this is the mind state of all the elites, all the wicked. Oh, shit. Okay, this right here, Slakia. Okay, this was a quote from, it's not a matter of what is true that counts, but a matter of what is perceived to be true. Okay, so again, these devils, their inward thought that their houses shall continue. Okay, so they're not worried about what people perceive of them, because they're already doing the dirt in the background. So when it all comes out, right, they already have their plan in place. Okay, where they already have full control. They've already used everybody's resources and stolen everything that they could. And now what? They're rolling out that. And they already have their soldiers down. The people are weak, through the chemtrails, through all these different enchantments. Okay? That's why it's very important to trust in Yahweh Shema Shai, because it's going to be ugly. Okay? Because again, these are the vessels of wrath fitted for destruction. Revelation 13:18. Here is wisdom, let him add understanding, count the number of the beast. For it is the number of a man, and his number is 603. Okay, which is what the chi stai sigma. Okay, which is what the chi. Let me get to it. Slack here. This is them what anointed himself on the left hand side. So you have the chi, which is what their enchantments, their sorcery. Their basically their image, their 2030 agenda, their philosophies, that people are bowing down to, basically by the things they say, the things they do, as far as, out there protesting in the streets for wickedness, right? The chai is what them anointing themselves on the left-hand side, which goes into what Twitter that was changed to X, that goes into the Greek. Okay, the Novus Ordo Seclorum, that, you know, when Twitter, Elon Musk had that post, right? Novus Ordo Seclorum, it was on what? It was on X, okay, which is what them anointing themselves on the left-hand side, okay, to what? And then when the people follow it, because they think, oh, these guys are rich. This is how you get rich, by being wicked, right? Taking their seed, the stigma. Okay, the stigma is something physical, right? You go to the root word of this, right? Because it doesn't say too much in the definition right here. You go to the root word, Greek 4742, stigma, and this is why IUIC doesn't want to go into these words, because it says it right there clearly. Stigma, a mark pricked and branded upon the body. What did Dr. Oz say? The show, right? That to ancient Oriental usage, slaves and soldiers bore the name of the stamp of their master or commander, branded or pricked, cut, okay, cut into bodies, right? The karaks inside, put the chip inside the people, pricked, cut into the bodies to indicate what master or general they belong to. So if you take it, you would be a badge of service to this devil, and there's a judgment for that, right? So that's why John the Revelator said, here is wisdom, okay? Let him had understanding. The elect would have the understanding of what that actually is. Count the number of the beast. For his number of a man is number 603 okay? And that man is Esau Edom, the nation of Esau Edom, okay? That would come down with great wrath, because he knew it that he would have but a short time, okay? But the elect are not going to be deceived, because they have the victory over the beast, okay? In his image, in his mark. But the ones that take it, Revelation 14:9, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship that beast, right, you bow down to his image. What is the beast? The revival of the Roman Empire. America spared the charge, and NATO joined unto it, right? His image, his 2030 agenda, the sustainable developments, right? And one of them is what? The mark inside the people's hand. And receive his mark, that physical mark, in his forehead or in his hand, right? Didn't they just say that on the Dr. Oz show, where brother's been bringing it out? Okay, through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. This word receive going to lambana in the Hebrew, or slakia in the Greek, lambana, right? Which means to receive, lambana.
Strong's G 2983,
lambano, to take, okay? They that consent shall be trodden down. So you're going to consent. They're not going to hold you down or nothing like that, right? And then put it inside you. The people are going to consent because it's so bad, right? To take with the hand, okay? To take with the hand. What are they speaking about? The hand. Why is Dr. Oz in there? Why is Elon Musk in there? To take with the hand, okay? In order to what? To use it for what? For buying and selling in their society, right? To take. In the forehead, which is the face. That's why you have facial recognition, metaverse, these different Ray-Ban glasses. It's all going into this right here. 10. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of our power, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of indignation, right? Righteous anger, and it shall be tormented with fire and brimstone, those ICBM missiles, in the presence of the holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb. Yeah, because the elect are going to be beamed up in the chariots. That would be the hour of temptation, looking down at the destruction of what? Babylon the Great. Okay, those that took it, the weeping and gnashing of teeth. Revelation 15:2, and I saw it was a sea glass mingled with fire, the ICBM missiles. And them that had gotten the victory, the elect, gotten the victory over the beast, the revival of the Roman Empire, his image, his philosophies, his 2030 agenda, over his mark, that physical mark, over the number of his name, the chi stigma, that badge of servitude, stand at the seas of the glass, having the harps of our power. And they sing the song of Moses, the servant of our power, the song of the Lamb is Yahweh Shai, saying, great and marvelous are thy works, right? Because the elect would be delivered, and our enemies we put down. The Lord, thy power, almighty, just and true are thy ways, that king of thy saints. So with that, call Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Kakadash, Shalom to the elect, Kwame Shalom.